2015, a year which saw gay couples gain the right to marry under the Constitution, bringing us closer to an equal society. Star Wars Episode 7 came out, ending the 30-year question of what happened after Episode 6. Donald Trump officially announces his candidacy for the President of the United States. And Earl Summers, a humble man from Oregon, made his first tweet for the then presidential hopeful Donald Trump, changing the face of American politics. Earl Summers was born in the backwater town of Scappoose, Oregon. The middle child of 7, Summers felt alone and out of place, not fitting in with his athletic brothers or with his artistic younger siblings. Summers took years trying to find himself and where his place in the world was. I don't really accepted Earl once he became famous. That little shit constantly hogged the computer growing up. Kid was too lazy to do well in sports like his brother, and too dumb to do well in school. The fact they became anything is a miracle as far as I'm concerned. The man who would effectively hand Donald Trump the presidency was a man who was born from pain and hardship. In the early 2000s, Summers was recovering from the loss of his MySpace page due to the new social media giant Facebook, which basically made the site irrelevant. I lost everything, Summers says about his recently deceased MySpace page, and I couldn't stand the constant Farmville invites from old family members that I never talked to on Facebook. I needed an escape, a place where I can put my words out there, where people would see them. Summers would finally get his wish in 2006, when Twitter, a new social media network, launched. While the early days were rough, Summers got his start as a professional tweeter, posting for actor Will Smith's son, Jaden Smith. He consistently pumped out gems like these on a regular basis. After years of struggling through the sparse job opportunities, Summers thought his dreams of becoming a truly influential tweeter would never come to fruition. But one day, he would get a call that would change his life. Unbeknownst to Summers, Republican nominee hopeful Ted Cruz was an avid fan of Jaden Smith's tweets, and upon learning Summers was the mind behind the genius, reached out to him.
Summers was doing new things and thinking outside the box at every opportunity. We saw that he knew what to say to get a reaction. Cruz needed an ace up his sleeve, and Summers was that ace.
Having landed his dream job, Summers went to work early, positioning Cruz to be an early frontrunner and winning over established Republicans despite Cruz's reputation of staring awkwardly into space. With such an amazing start to the campaign, you couldn't blame Summers in thinking that he would soon be the top tweeter in the country. What Summers, and Cruz for that matter, didn't see coming was the tidal wave of Donald J. Trump.
We're closing in on the first results from the blockbuster event of the primary season.
Everybody expects that the frontrunners Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton will do well this evening, but the question is, how well?
CNN projects Donald Trump will win Georgia, to win the Alabama Republican presidential primary, and will carry Massachusetts, Tennessee, and Arkansas.
Can we just take a step back?
Yeah.
That a brash billionaire from New York just won several of the sort of ruby red southern states.
I'm a unifier. I know people are going to find that a little bit hard to believe, but believe me, I am a unifier.
Terrified that he would be nudged out by Trump, Cruz launched a desperate full frontal assault, using a racy photo of Melania Trump as a tactic to gain voters in Utah. This sparked the first great Twitter war. While both campaigns tweeted valiantly, the winner emerged after the smoke had cleared. With one last blow, Trump demonstrated his tweeting ferocity, belittling Cruz and marking a turning point in his campaign. Battered and beaten down, Summers retreated to his home in Oregon to regain his strength, all hope of being a presidential tweeter nearly shattered. Trump was no slouch when it came to Twitter. He was one of the earliest adopters of the site, and famously used it to slam Rosie O'Donnell, whom he had beef with for some time.
Pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
With all the momentum that he had accumulated, Trump all but sealed his fate as the Republican nominee.
Accordingly, the chair announces that Donald J. Trump, having received a majority of these votes entitled to be cast at the convention, has been selected as the Republican Party nominee for President of the United States.
So how does Summers fit back into this equation? On June 20th, just weeks after securing the nomination, Trump purged his campaign staff, cutting longtime staff members like Corey Lewandowski and Paul Manafort. In this purge, Trump looked to outside sources to bolster his ranks. Remembering how honorably Summers fought in the Twitter war between himself and Cruz, he extended a hand to Summers, offering him a position as chief Twitter strategist. There was no time for respite in the Trump campaign. With his team assembled, Trump turned his gaze to a much more worthy opponent.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Hillary Clinton having won a battle of her own against Bernie Sanders, despite allegations of behind-closed-door dealings with the DNC. While she might be a great politician, if any politician could be called great, she was ill-prepared for the new age of American politics that Trump and Summers had adapted to so easily. The keen eye of Donald Trump saw Clinton's Achilles heel and tasked Summers to get the job done. Day after day, Summers slung tweet after tweet, battering Clinton's public image one tweet at a time, leaving her no choice but to use her ultimate weapon against Trump.
Very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there. And she was married. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the...
Right, So Hillary, in her evil genius, dug in every archive until she found the most hideous dirt imaginable. While other presidential candidates might have thrown in the towel at such negative publicity, Trump turned to the one man who might save his presidential hopes. Summers stayed up for 72 hours straight, crafting the only tweet that could save his friend's dreams.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
Americans, startled and moved by the passion and rationale of Trump's tweets, began voting for him by the thousands on Election Day. Hillary, amazed by her defeat, crawled back into her cave where she would wait another 4 years until emerging again. And Summers watched the man who so many people despised taking the oath to become the 45th president of the United States. While he knew that not many would know his story, he was still proud of the man he had become.
I really believe that the fact that I have such power in terms of numbers with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc., I think it helped me win.